Yeah, and and obviously this is voted on by our coaches, and we've got a lot of really good players in our league. You look at that first and second team, and I got a lot of respect for all those guys. I think Nico and EJ both had incredible years. Obviously, EJ certainly think that his injuries and missing some time hurt him from maybe being on that first or second team. Certainly felt like when he was playing, when he was playing his games late in the year, he was playing like a first team all league player. But and then Gabe on the all defensive team. A little bit surprised, to be honest with you, that he wasn't named Defensive Player of the Year. A guy that leads the country in block shots, that impacts the game defensively more than anybody in our league. A little bit surprised by that he wasn't a Defensive Player of the Year. Certainly thought he deserved that.
Obviously, all that could change if you do what you want to do in the tournament. Right?
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously the biggest game of the year for everybody this week. We've got to play well. We've got a team coming in here that's a veteran basketball team, very, very well coached, elite offensively. So we got to play really well to be able to get this done and be able to get a chance to move on.
Obviously, you've been here for a little bit, but this is your first crack as the head coach, leading the team in the tournament. Just what's this week kind of been like, and what are you kind of expecting going into in the next game?
Yeah, I mean, our week's really just getting started. We had yesterday off after our game on Saturday, so get into prep today and tomorrow. Obviously, Wednesday heading into the Thursday game, we'll crank it back down a little bit, making sure our minds and bodies are fresh. But we're going to approach this game like we do every other game. Obviously, we understand the importance and the magnitude of it. It's a winner go home scenario. But in terms of the prep, it'll be very similar to what we do week in and week out.
What have you seen from on film since the last time we saw him?
Yeah, I mean they're much of the same team, but you watch them play, and what stands out very evident is how good they are offensively. They've got great individual players in Bello and Jackson and Morton Robertson. Their pieces fit very well together. But their pace that they play with offensively is really, really good, and what makes it very difficult, constantly trying to stay out of defensive rotations with the way that they play offense, which is where they can really get you. So we got to do a good job defending the basketball, keeping them out of the paint, trying to stay out of defensive rotations, and then understanding we got to get to their three-point shooters and get them off the line, which is, if you guys remember back to the last time we played them here, Nelson got off to a very hot start early in the game. We lost him in transition. Can't happen on Thursday if we want to give ourselves the best chance to win.
Ethan, this is a 4-5 matchup. I mean, they scored 91, you scored 93 to beat them. It's a 4-5 matchup. So could the difference, maybe be home court?
Could be. I mean, I think we're going to have a great home court advantage here with our fans. I think this place will be rocking on Thursday. But it was really the tell of two games, Dana. When we played them the first time, felt like they totally outplayed us on both sides of the ball. When we played them here, I thought we were much, much better, particularly in the second half, defensively, and then offensively, we just really executed at a high level in the second half of that game up here. So I think it's going to be a high level college basketball game. I think it could be one of those games that maybe who has the ball last is the team that's going to come out on top.
And obviously, this tournament's wide open. I mean, Cleveland State dominated for the first, half of the season. Robert Morris kind of played well. You guys have played well at stretches. Is this wide open?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I think there's a multitude of teams that could win this thing. I think there's a lot of teams playing very, very well right now. And again, this is the 3-game stretch that you look forward to all year, that you prepare for all year to hopefully play your best basketball this time of year in March. And we're going to prepare like crazy over the next couple of days to get ready for this one on Thursday and hopefully have an opportunity to move on and get to Indianapolis.
I didn't try to balance, because just building off that, telling the guys, like, hey, it is open, you can't win it. But also on the flip side, anybody can, basically win this thing. How do you kind of balance that as a coach, where you're trying to get them hyped up but also not overlooking them?
Yeah, I mean, I think this time of year, if you're overlooking anybody, especially a team as good as Fort Wayne, we're missing the boat on what this is all about. And I certainly don't think our guys are going to do that. I think we have great respect for Fort Wayne. We understand how good of a basketball team they are. We understand that we're going to have to play exceptionally well to win the game, and we're going to prepare like crazy to do that, and hopefully go out and execute at a really high level on both ends of the floor on Thursday.